Good morning, Dr. Cutler and Tess Clarke. Are you with me?
Yes, we are.
Oh, splendid. For an awful moment, I thought I just lost you now. Okay.
It's an easy thing to do.
I don't know, probably the gremlins this morning. Not quite sure what it was, but at least we're talking together now.
Absolutely.
So this morning, research has shown that, and this is quite disturbing actually, when you see babies with dummies in their mouth, and parents often try and quieten them down by putting a dummy in their mouth. There's a lot more that meets the eye, because it seems that recent research has proven that bacteria is also a contributory factor to babies falling ill and being unwell through this process and practice. Tell us a little bit about it, Dr. Cutler.
Okay, well, I mean, basically what we tried to find out were the levels of heavily contaminated dummies, because we'd expect a small amount of bacteria on most things that go into babies' mouths, and anybody's mouth in actual fact. So what we targeted specifically were very heavily contaminated dummies, and of those we found about 11% were very heavily contaminated. Now, we did as a comparison, we looked at just dropping a nice new dummy on the floor and see what happened, and some of those actually picked up high levels of bacteria as well. So the bottom liner is, if you've got a baby with a dummy, try to keep it clean. The problems is that if we just dropped it on the floor and picked it up rapidly, you could get some bacteria on it, but the levels of bacteria we had in something like 11% of these dummies were very high, which to us suggested basically the dummy hadn't been cleaned properly for some time. And that, funnily enough, tended to relate to how long the dummy had been used. Now, babies love their dummies, and some dummies apparently have been used for up to a year, which we certainly wouldn't recommend.
No, indeed not. Now, research carried out by Milton Baby Care, Tess Clarke from Milton this morning. This sort of research that's been carried out, I'm sure it's been done before, but you've now decided to bring it out into the open even more, and well done for doing so, by the way. It's absolutely important that we understand the perils, if I may call it that, of such a practice, as Dr. Cutler has just explained, Tess.
Yeah, of course, and actually it's the first research of its kind that we're launching here today.
Okay.
And it's actually worrying, as a mother myself, actually, just how quickly bacteria can come onto a soother just by being dropped in everyday places that parents would go, such as parks, kitchen floors, soft play centres, etc. And as a mum, I understand that having a poorly baby, really is distressing. It can pass it around the family. It means sleepless nights. And what we're really urging is that mums listening to this, parents and grandparents, if your baby is using a soother, just keep it clean. You can use a portable steriliser for your soother, such as one from Milton, just to keep that clean and really make sure that your baby is being protected and not having these harmful germs to make it unwell.
But people often use the dummy as a disguise, almost, to try and quieten the babies down when they're having a bit of a cry or are uncomfortable. At Milton, through your research you've carried out, do you find this practice a normal practice and the right thing to do, or should parents find alternative methods?
We're really here as Milton to just advise how to keep your soother sterile if parents choose to use that option for their babies. And again, it's completely down to parents' choice. We recommend that soothers are sterilised for up to the first year of the baby's life, and especially at 6 months when the baby's immune system is at its lowest. And whichever method that you use to soothe your baby, just making sure that parents are really aware of the harmful bacteria that are out there that could make your baby poorly, and just doing the best for them, as we all want to. As a mum myself, understanding that need to keep things clean, regular hand washing and keeping your baby's soother sterile will just help to protect it, regardless of how you choose to soothe your baby.
Dr. Cutler, let's just look at some of the symptoms of this, because when we're sort of stuffing dummies in babies' mouths, if you pardon the expression now, I know it sounds awfully callous and rude of me to say that, but when dummies are being given to babies and parents don't take heed of the sterile process that we've just been explained from Tess, what are the symptoms? What happens? What are the sort of things that you've seen through bad practice?
Okay, well, I mean, the classic one, of course, is stomach upset. Now, babies can get this from a number of reasons, but surprising enough, some of the bacteria that we actually isolated from the baby test part of the project were actually involved in enteric diseases. So it's well recognised that babies can pick up enteric diseases from a lot of environmental sources. It's just a shame if one of those environmental sources happens to be a thing that you're giving the baby to try and help it.
Okay, now, if people need to find out more and need advice on how to keep their babies healthy, and especially the items that we're giving them, especially with dummies, and how to keep them sterile, is there sort of help and advice available to them? Both Dr. Cutler and Tess Clarke, where can people go to for more information?
Of course, I mean, the best place to go for parents will be to the Milton Facebook page. We've got a really approachable team of experts there that can answer all parents' questions about this research, and we can pass those questions back through to Dr. Cutler, or about anything to do with sterilisation and keeping babies' environment, safe and free from germs. And we can offer that advice and any support, that the parents would like.
That's great news. Dr. Cutler and Tess Clarke from Milton, thank you very much for sharing that good advice with us here this morning, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.